Well, I will say it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm going to give a call to action. I need everybody's help to take advantage of this huge opportunity, and that is developing the next generation of measurement scientists. So as we look towards the future, we need to recognize that we're facing many challenges, and one of those is, being proficient at using the SI and having a high level of scientific literacy. So what does that mean? Why is that important? Well, having this high level of functionality with proficiency and competence with the SI and scientific literacy means that our future professionals are able to interpret, to communicate, to apply, to analyze using the SI when they communicate measurement results and make impactful decisions. So what we have is a challenge with educators that may not have had a formal preparation in education and teaching the SI or understanding the elements of measurement science. So some of those challenges are, complex theoretical topics like the fundamental constants, out-of-date textbooks, inconsistent use of the SI in those textbooks, lack of hands-on, engaging, fun, laboratory and classroom activities that are available in the public domain. So how can we overcome those challenges? Well, let's think about the pipeline and where do we need to start. So think about, in the poster we present 4 categories starting at age 5 and 5 years increments. So when a young person is 5, the world is their oyster, they're waiting to be inspired. And that's when we need to create those aha moments. That's where we need to spark the joy of measurement, the skills that solving a problem and measuring the world around it. Why are measurements important to me? That's what we need to look at for the student. We also need to think about the teacher and enabling them to spark that joy. As the student moves through the STEM pipeline, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, oftentimes they will go on that pathway, but we have other students that maybe they'll go into the trades, maybe they will go into arts and music, maybe they will go into business, maybe they'll be entrepreneurs, and all of those things. We have to recognize that measurements are important in their daily lives, and at some point, we may come full circle where those individuals are in fact our future leaders. They're our future decision makers as well. So what we need to think about is developing these resources at each level of that career pathway. So how can we do that? There's a lot of resources I'd love to share with you and invite you to come by our poster that NIST has developed at each of these levels. And thank you very much.
We are short of time. I think we have time for a short question.
Thank you, and congratulations for this very nice work. We all know that education is a very important opportunity. This is a very important need and an important challenge for metrology and for society. So I have a short question about the prospects in this domain. What steps can be taken to scale the SI educational resources global?
Thank you for that question. I think what comes to mind are 3 primary steps. First of all, come together as a metrology community, nationally, regionally, internationally, to make a commitment to prioritize SI education and promote it. Secondly, I think coming together at a regional level makes sense because we can set up communities of practice where we can effectively share best practices, lessons learned. And I think it's very important that at the regional level, in order for a classroom teacher to bring an activity or lesson plan into their class, it needs to align with local education standards. Third, we have a professional development challenge. We have to take a two-pronged approach. We have pre-service teachers that are in the university. That's what we need to prepare them as they go out into the workforce. These are new teachers, and equip them with measurement science principles and those tools to take into the classroom. We also need to bridge the gap with current educators that are, very experienced, and give them the tools that they need. And I hope all of you will reflect. I know you have at least one educator that was important in your life, that inspired you. And that person, when you invest in a teacher, we get amazing return on investment. They will teach thousands of students across their career. They will not only mentor their peers, new teachers, they will mentor their teams. They will cross interdisciplinary boundaries within their school districts. So, thinking about those inspiring teachers, we want them to have the confidence to stand in their classroom and teach the SI. They're going to impact, students that are going to be our citizens. They're going to be our consumers. They're going to be our future decision makers and our leaders. They're going to be our innovators and our future metrologists. And I would just challenge you. I want to hear your ideas. I want to see how we can initiate that and make that commitment together as a community. It's my pleasure to be here today, and please stop by our poster. We'll talk about it a little more.
Thank you very much.